My 2025 planners are now available, and I'm so excited to walk you through this latest version. Before we get started, just a reminder, I do have a version of this planner for Android tablets and e-ink tablets like the Supernote, Books, and Remarkable. So if you visit my site and use the filters on the left side of the site, it will allow you to choose the perfect version for the device you're using and the focus you have for the year. So if you're brand new to the concept of digital planners, these are PDF files designed to be imported to a PDF markup app on your tablet. They recreate the experience of using a paper planner, but with all the benefits of working digitally. And now with the calendar sync for iPads, you can boost your productivity even more by taking action directly from your planner. Schedule meetings, set reminders, start a timer, send an email, and more. I've created this planner to be as flexible as possible. With every version, you get both Monday and Sunday start options, portrait and landscape, and even different weekly layout options. So make sure to look at all of the listing details to see all of the different versions that you'll receive with a single purchase. So when you first purchase your planner, you'll actually get this download guide PDF, and this walks you through the process of downloading your planner and getting everything set up. So in this case, this is actually the version that includes your iOS shortcut, and it will walk you through those steps if you're new to that. But when we look at choosing your planner, you can see this actually allows you to essentially build your planner by tapping through and choosing which version you want. So, okay, I'm going to say I want landscape, and I'm able to choose which weekly layout I want, and then which week start I want, whether I want my weeks and months to start on Monday or on Sunday. And then that takes me to actually be able to download both my planner and the corresponding sticker and cover sets. So I make it super easy and straightforward through this guide. Now, this guide also allows you to continually download as many planners as you want. So you aren't locked into choosing just one planner. You could go through and download any version that you want, and you could try them all or just a collection of them. But really with your planner purchase, you do get access to all versions of the planner. So for my demonstration today, I'm actually going to show you the landscape version of the planner. And this version includes those iOS scheduling links. So all of these gray icons you see are for that iOS feature that allows you to schedule to your calendar. If you choose the classic version of the planner, you can see the layouts are a bit cleaner because you don't need any of those extra icons there on the page. So when you first open your planner, you can see it has this cover, and this will actually be the thumbnail in your library. Now, I do share a number of other cover options, and you can easily switch out the cover just to customize your thumbnail in your library and really make your planner feel like your own. Now, the first pages are intro pages that help you get used to your new planner, learn about all of the sections, and so those really give you a guided experience. If we want to jump into the planner itself, we can start here with our annual pages. So these are your year at a glance overview pages. I've actually included pages for the current year of 2025 and the next 2 years. Now, this came from a lot of feedback that those of you who are trying to do some high-level planning for upcoming years, you didn't really have a place to put it. So that's why I've included the annual pages for the next 2 years. Now, this planner doesn't include all of the weekly, monthly, and daily pages for the next 2 years. The file would be way too large, but you can see at a high level, this allows me to easily glance and see what the dates are in 2026 and how the calendar lines up. I can go through and record some key dates, even plan things by quarter. You might have things that you're already scheduling out for the next year, so being able to jot them down here is helpful. And then even think about things you might want to do, track anything that's coming up as well. And so you can see you have a page dedicated for each of these for the next 2 years. And I've made it really easy to toggle between them. You can see here from the key dates 2027, I could tap on 2026, tap on 2025. And so I've made it really easy to navigate between years and between pages. So you have a dedicated page for each of these for each year. Now for 2025, since this is a 2025 planner, this calendar year at a glance also allows you to very easily jump to any week, any day, and any month. It's all linked right here on this page. So something I'll continually tell you throughout this tour is not to get overwhelmed with the number of pages that you have here. Remember that that's really the perk of working digitally, is you can choose what you want to use and ignore the rest. You're not carrying around a really bulky book with you. And so you can find the pages that work best for you and put them to use. Now, jumping down into our monthly pages, you can get there, like I said, through that calendar view, or of course on all the tabs on the right here. So I'm going to jump down to January. And so you can see this is a pretty typical calendar spread, but of course you have bonus pages for your month too. Now I can tap over to reflection, planning. You have a dedicated monthly tracker, some financial tracking, and then of course just your blank note page. And again, it's very easy to jump between pages here just through these top tabs. Now from your monthly calendar page, you can tap into any day and into any week. So you're starting to see that it is really easy to navigate through this planner, even though it has a ton of sections and a ton of pages. You can get just about anywhere within about 2 taps. Now jumping down to our weeks, you do have a number of dedicated weekly bonus pages. So of course you have your calendar page, and remember you were able to choose the format of this calendar page from 10 different options. So I do have the dashboard view. I like that it gives me the ability to jot down some high level details for each day, and then gives me blank space at the bottom of the page, but you can choose whichever layout works best for you. But beyond that calendar page, you also have a plan view here. This is great for meal planning, lesson planning, assignment tracking. And then you have your weekly focus. Now this is tied into goal setting. I'll get into this in a minute. You have your wellness page, just for capturing high level wellness goals and details throughout the week. Then you have your 6-part to-do list. This allows you to have a more categorized list that you can bring week to week. And then your blank page as well for any notes you might have throughout the week. And then finally, for your calendar pages, you can easily jump down into any day. Your daily page gives you a place for top priorities, your to-do list, a basic schedule view, and of course, your right sidebar here for open note-taking and anything else you might need. And it's also really easy to jump back to the week, tapping on this back to week. And that takes us back to your weekly page. And then, of course, to get to your month, you can tap on the side menu. So as I've mentioned, this planner is much more than just a planner. It's also a complete goal setting system. And we often want to start goal setting with just writing down a goal and breaking it up into parts. But I actually take you a step back, and that's where this goal clarity roadmap comes in. Now you can see I have it laid out in steps, just like a map. It's a journey that I take you on. Starting with reflection, you get really clear on how you're feeling in each area of your life and where you want to go. I take you through the 6 different pillars of life. and really allow you to think about how you're feeling, what you want to change, what you want to continue building on. So on each step of this roadmap, it leads you to a page that walks you through some focus for the activity, what you want to do, and then it actually gives you the page so that you can go through the prompts. So you can see how this ends up feeling like a really guided experience. I encourage you to sit down, take a week or two just to go through it on your own time, and you're going to end up with this really kind of guided process that brings you to a place of full clarity to set very mindful goals that are aligned with where you want to go in your life. And so this process, I've built it over years. Thousands of people have used it at this point, and it's really our tried and true process for getting you to those mindful goals that you can set. So once you go through all 7 steps of that process, then you're ready for your goal setting. So once you've decided on your goals, then I actually give you some pages to clarify them. The goal plan page is really the main page that you'll want to use to break your goal down into milestones that can then thread through to your planning pages. And I also have given you 2 bonus views for your goals. You have a Gantt view, which is kind of that really traditional project management view if you want to visualize things on a timeline. And then also a progress view. This view actually works directly with some stickers that you get with your planner, and you can see that you're able to write details on each sticker and move it through the stages. Now, I'd call this Gantt view and progress view really optional bonus pages, just if you have a goal that lends to it. But the main page that I recommend always filling out for a goal is your goal plan, just so that you can clarify your goal. And this is the page that really threads through and helps you with execution. So what happens here is you set your milestones on your goal planning page, and then your weekly focus page actually has a place for you to write those milestones down, and it gives you the space to break that larger milestone into actions. And I always say you want to make sure an action is small enough that it can be executed in about just one day or one sitting. And so you can see we're able to take a really large goal, and through all of the pages in this planner, your weekly focus page, and then of course your daily pages, I'm helping you break a really large goal down into daily action. And that's where we get away from just a standard planner and into more of a goal execution system. So moving from my goal page, I can run down to my weekly page, and in my weekly focus, I'm going to be able to choose the goal milestone I'm picking on, break it down into actions, and then of course on my daily page, I'll want to make sure that I have that action captured as a top priority for my day. Now, another piece I want to show you while we're here on our calendar pages is the bonus sticker set that comes with this planner. Now, the sticker set is just another thing that allows you to really customize your planner and makes it really flexible for you. So I'm in the GoodNotes app, and so I'm able to use the sticker book. Now, if you don't use the GoodNotes app, I also include my entire sticker set as PNG files with a transparent background. It's okay if you don't know what that means. Really what it means is they're very easy to use and bring into any app. These are images that you're able to place on top of your page and customize your layouts. Now, if you're brand new to digital planning and want to learn more about stickers, I have another video that I can link here for you. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'll show you how these work. So I'm going to just grab this sticker and I'm going to copy it, jump over to my month, and you can see this is where it's really nice to use this in GoodNotes because I have them custom sized so that you can place them right on your page and they're already perfectly sized for your page. but they are all the right dimensions if you use any other app as well. So these are different sidebars for your monthly page. You can see how custom you can get, and they're just perfectly sized to fit right there. You can even split this column up into different lists with these labels. Then you also have your daily stickers. Now, these are designed to fit perfectly over that far sidebar on your daily page. So if I tap down there, you can see it'll fit right here. And so I have all sorts of options there. You could also cover up the center and just make it lined if you don't need the schedule block. And I also have, if you want more of a block schedule versus the timed schedule, this one works well right here as well. So as we're going through, I have a ton of options for your weekly. And so this one is an overlay that makes your weekly with a schedule view if you choose one of the more plain options. Now you'll notice with a lot of these, you can actually pick, if you're really dedicated to say block scheduling, I'd encourage you just to take and download the block schedule version of the planner. Now, all of these are designed to fit directly on your weekly pages. And so you can see here with the dashboard view, this is a little water tracker that I can add right here. And then these also align really well at the bottom. And so say I want to give up some of my list here and add this in instead, I can do that. And then I also really like these. These align well with my days. So you can see it lines up perfectly, and then I'm able to capture my meals for the day. So there's tons of options here. And then beyond those widgets that are designed for your calendar pages, I have a ton of options for different labels, different flags, and these can be placed anywhere in your planner. Notes. And then I also really like these overlay boxes. You can see they have some transparency, and so they work really well for schedule blocking. I like these sticky notes with a little drop shadow so that they look more realistic, and they also have a paper texture to them. And then I also kind of have this create your own sticker with the combining of these labels and the different shapes. And then I really like how these look as well. You can place them on top of any of the shapes. So if I tap back here, you can paste it here. So if you've seen sticker sets available to buy, a lot of those are really cute. They're great, but it is also nice just to be able to create your own labels. And this gives you a ton of flexibility and creativity in that. Now, you also have these blank page overlays, and these allow you to make any page of your planner lined. So for example, I had showed you that each week, month, and year has a dedicated blank page, but that page is grid. And so if you instead wanted a lined page, you could paste that over it, and you can see now I've easily converted this to a lined page for myself. So you do have these overlay pages in lined, grid, and dotted. And these are also helpful for your note pages, which I'll show you in a minute. So you also have some monthly labels and some individual number daily labels. You have these I really like using with an icon on here and adding some text for a label. And then these get really decorative as well. And finally, these are those goal stickers that I showed you. And so these are designed to fit perfectly in that progress view. And so if I'm over in my goal and I do want to use that progress view, these are designed to fit there. and I can choose whichever format I want, whether I want these shorter ones or just these checkbox ones. And then finally, this sticker book, if you are using GoodNotes, also includes a few blank sections so that if you purchase other sticker sets, you can keep them all organized together in this one sticker book. And it also includes all the color codes that I use and fonts. And so it really gives you the ability to keep everything organized in one place. So one final section that I want to show you is the note pages and templates. So what I've done here is embedded a full notebook directly within your planner. So this is a great way to stay organized on different projects you might be working on, classes you might be taking, and also allows you to make the most of your template page library. So I do have a whole video running you through how to make the most of note sections and template pages, but I'll give you a really quick tour right now just so you can see what it looks like in the planner. So once I tap here into my note section, you can see at the very top of the page, now I have all of my tabs available, and these tabs show up on all of my template pages and my note pages. So it makes it really easy to navigate across all of your templates and sections. Now, what I'm able to do here, I have up to 24 sections that I can use. And so each of these is an individual little notebook. Now I can write down whatever my section is going to be designated for. And when I tap in, then I have my section table of contents. This lets me record any details I might have about the specific section. And then also it has fully linked pages. So each of these arrows is linked to an individual note page. And so you can see how easy it becomes to tap into one page and the other. And I'm able to put clearly on this table of contents page exactly what's in the section. So I've created this whole portion of the planner to make it super easy to stay organized. Now, tapping over, you can see each of these section pages are just blank pages. Now, I do have all of these templates that you can also use. Tapping over into the template pages here, I've completely redesigned this section as of last year, made it much easier to browse and find templates. So when you're in here, I can tap into any of these categories, and there I see all of the pages, I see the thumbnails, and can very easily tap into them. So you can see just how extensive this section is. My health and wellness, our financial, home and entertainment, productivity and organization, and note pages. And this is a good place to remind you, again, we're looking at the landscape version of this planner, but I also have a portrait version of this planner. So of course, all of the pages you've seen in this walkthrough would be then in that portrait or vertical layout. And I'll go ahead and share soon a flip through of a portrait planner just so you can see how those layouts are a little different in that format. So what I'm able to do with any of these template pages is I can copy them and paste them anywhere within my planner that I want to use them. So you can copy the page and paste it after the calendar page that it corresponds to, or you can even take a screenshot of the page and place it as an overlay on any blank page of your planner. So again, I'll link that video that shows all the how-to on making the most of these template pages. But what I did want you to see in this overview is the redesign I've done to the template pages and just how extensive this library of pages is. So that's your full tour of the planner itself. And what I did mention at the top of this video is that the version I'm showing you here today does include all of these light gray icons, and that is your calendar scheduling integration. Now, this is available only for iPads because it actually connects through the software on your iPad operating system. Now, the process to get this all set up is really easy, and I walk you through it. But once it is set up, then all you have to do is tap any of these icons in the planner itself, and it will execute the action. So if I tap down here on my info page, I do have all of this laid out just so that you can keep track of what each shortcut does. And so you can review that here, but today I'll show you when I tap on, say, any plus right here on the day, it's going to very easily pull up a calendar event that I can then just fill in quickly and easily with all of my details and schedule it out to the calendar. Now, I also have the ability to open a list of all of my events for the month, and that makes it really easy when you're planning just to refer back and see what you have scheduled. And then you also have on your weekly pages, you have the ability, again, to schedule an event for the day. You can open up your calendar, and you can see this will actually open up my full calendar screen. And then finally, when I tap down to the day, this is actually where it's most extensive. I can add an all-day event up here with this plus button. I can open up my calendar to this specific day, or I can also schedule for a specific hourly block. And so you can see I chose 6 a.m. and now it's opening this up with that pre-populated in there for that specific time. And then the final piece here is for to-dos. It makes it really easy to add a reminder when you've added the to-do to your list and you want to be prompted on your phone and on your iPad, you can then easily add that in. So the goal with this integration is to really tie your digital tool sets together so that it's easy to work seamlessly between your planner and your reminders, emails. Now, I also have this icon, this action icon. This is on every page of the planner, and this brings up just a general menu of actions. So even when you're not in your calendar pages, you can really easily create an event, add a new reminder, set an alarm, start a timer, and send an email. And this is a really nice guided process. You can actually go through and you can put in all your details, and it's going to prompt you with asking what list you want it to go on, asking if you want to be alerted, and all of those details. So I hope this overview was helpful. Thank you for sticking along with me. I know it's long, and that's because there are so many features in this planner. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, or you can also get in touch with me through a contact form on my website. Thanks so much for watching.